Hello there. Welcome back to the channel. May the 5th be with you. We got a 4v4 game here, which is the start of the show matches that the guys have been organising on the Discord amongst themselves. So we've got Team Grenooli versus Team Raphiel here. So Grenooli's team, we're starting with Grenooli here in the grey, playing the Galactic Empire. And Fog of War, because it's easier to see. We've got Kick here as his wing, playing the Imperial Remnants in the orange, the other pocket being Kissm here in the Royal Naboo in the purple, and we have Jort here in the teal, playing the Zan Consortium. And if we pop on over to the other side of the map, we have Raphiel here in the red, playing the Republic as one of the pockets, his wing, Russianblunt in the blue with the Zan Consortium. And Hero here as the other pocket in the green with the Resistance, and last but not least, we've got John the Late, his fitting name here, in the yellow, the Trade Federation. So these guys organising these show match games, these sort of 4v4 game format. I picked a map pool for them and sort of helped put together, sort of pick the teams for them. Teams seem pretty reasonable, sort of balanced, I would say. Map pool's certainly interesting, tried to get a good balance. This one's called Wobani. So Wobani is quite a close proximity type of map here. So if you look, there's Jort's base, and then there's John's base, and they're enemy wings to one another. The food on it as well is interesting. It's sort of a mounty sort of favouring map really, because it pretty much always rolls nerfs. It's like, I've seen as low as 1, but usually like around 8 or so is the average. It's a good nerfy map with some lure. The lure can go all the way up to 6 though, I've seen. But I think here they've gotten about 3 dewbacks, 4 nerfs, and the food stockpile's kind of low as well. It's usually a bit bigger than that, I think. But it's interesting just because of the proximity. There's no water or anything on the map. It seems kind of small. The centre is quite open. It's kind of a map that pushes towards combat quite quickly, I would say. There's usually Minox for sure. Now, like the small hunt that spawn, you can push these with your scouts. So if you're in pocket positions, you could probably just do that for the entirety of T1. If you're on the wings, you probably need to do a little bit of scouting though. You need to know if the bounties are coming your way. But there is always the fear of like pockets mounting as well, so you might have to go and scout if you're on the pockets, but there is certainly room for greed if you wanted to sit and push all the Minox and save the carbon and stuff. And I'm not seeing any sort of crazy action on the go as of yet. Do expect to see mounties though for sure. It's almost, I would say, probably have to be the standard opener on a map like this. Just even for your own peace of mind. See, kicking Hunter here quite close to one, or Hunter, Russianblunt quite close to one another here. Did I mention Russianblunt? Sure, I mentioned Russianblunt. He's in the blues. Yeah, I did. You can't push them with your worker. I did that yesterday in a game. I just pushed them with the worker. It's a little bit tricky. You gotta kind of, if you just walk in front of it, I think with like the speed that your worker moves, you shouldn't. If you try to click close to it, you'll end up shooting it every time. It's just not feasible. But if you walk in front, you should be able to. They reset quite quickly on how fast they can move. We've got a little bit of dewback theft going on here, I'm assuming. It's hard to say because of their close proximity though. It's already munched quite a few. Oh, he has. He's on 4 dewbacks. Double luring. Russianblunt, the mechanical god right here. So yeah, scouts can steal the lures and stuff. Didn't really put a rule in that, I just thought it's your own fault really, you know. Lure your stuff fast if you're on a map. Like, it should be in the back. This is like the anxiety you should be suffering when you play these games. When you're on a small map like this or Comet or something like that, it should be, oh my god, I need to lure everything. Like, disregard the food rot decay rule, whatever. And we got Raphiel here going for mounties from the pocket here. It's certainly a good map for it, because, as I said, the proximity is not that far of a run. And, you know, there is a lot of reason to not scout if you want to lure the Minox for your scout and stuff. So we could get some good damage here. Be going to Grenooli, that's his adjacent pocket. Or opposite pocket. Kick here. Troop center down, mounties are on the way out. Russianblunt trying to get a bit of a scouting here. He's a little bit later to go on his power core. He does have all that food though, so he could be maybe looking to go up T2 with that extra dewback that he's stolen. which could set you up, you know, into a position where you can punish a mounting player. If you can get your troopers up to trooper tech in T2 quickly, just slap down a turret to defend your base at home and try and get into their carbon or something before they can get all their food and get up to T2. But there are the Minox, there are the food stockpiles, there's other sources of food. You could even eat some nerfs if you needed to, just to get yourself up to T2. Even if you've lost that Jew back there. Kick straight into the command center, not what you want to do. He's almost lost all of his health there, and the Mounty's going to finish him up there. So he's kind of lost his 2v1 advantage there that he could have had for a little bit. Could have got this guy down at half health. Grenooli, on the other hand, isn't really going to have anything for these Mounties from Raph. And then we've even got Mounties on the other side here from Jort onto John, who's got a couple of trooper recruits here. You can't make any medics, but you can repair his workers because they're not biological, they're mechanical. So it's pretty good when defending Mountie rushes, since you don't even need to break your command center production. Does require a bit more micro though. He's going to have to force the double turret here for Grenooli, just so he can have his carbon, you know, completely uncontested there by the Mounties. And this is kind of the area that really sucks for him, because it's where he's trying to get his food. And he didn't really push any of these. He seems a little bit unprepared for the Mounties, despite not doing any like Minoc pushing. So a bit unfortunate for him. These Mounties definitely got cleaned up by Russian here, since that one went to low health. And we got counter Mounties here on John, or from John on Jort. John on Jort. They are cleaned up, and doesn't really seem like anyone's really died. Kind of even. Okay, trying to do some wall and get a bit of vision with sentry post here. Really doing a good job to like. He's like the AI. When you play the AI, he's like sneak walling behind your units. So the reinforcing Mounties are struggling, but they're going to run over to the wing, which is going to really suck. And of course, Grenooli's quite slowed down here by the Mountie rush. Raphiel on the way to T2. Another Mountie here try to do a bit of harassment, but I can see everyone's managing to get some walls down, and just like passive aggressive Mountie actions are going to end very soon, and then everyone's just sort of turtled walls. And probably everyone going to just go up to T3, I guess. And we've got the Mounties coming in here. He's going to maybe try and wipe the trooper recruits here, so Russianblunt can get in and do some damage. And Kick, you know, kind of relying. Is he even T2? He is T2. He doesn't got any turrets down though. Russian, kind of for Kick's fortunateness, for his own fortune here. He's went to this bit here rather than come straight in. Not really microing too well. Focus firing, because he could be focus firing the troopers, focus firing the workers, and could have got a lot more damage here, I feel. Like this guy is not with the program. He's just been shooting at this prefab for quite some time. And Kick does manage to get a turret up during all that distractions. But he is suffering here. A lot of workers getting killed by the Mounties, a lot of damage, a lot of time that he's not being able to mine his carbon. And both the buildings down here are for Raphiel, so you should be able to click the button in a second to take up. Grenooli, on the other hand, not quite got there yet. Doesn't really have any Nova at the moment. He's just got a lot of workers on the Nova. He needs to use the spaceport. Sell some carbon or some food. Definitely suffering from that Mountie rush. But he's not dead. No one's dead really. So the game can continue. A little gate here. And Grenooli's still having his workers harassed by these very low Mounties. 15 HP and 14 HP. But we're making Raphiel feel quite secure, getting that vision, up pressure on the opponent, see what's happening, see where they're at with things, what the plans are. Just gives you a good framework to work from. And Kick, try and get some damage around here. Double turret from Russian though, not much opportunity. The Nova is completely open though. He definitely doesn't want Kick to notice that. Jort Mountie over here. Well, trooper trade here from John and Jort. John is going to clean that up though. And the air is already out here for Hero. So here we're going to start putting the pressure on this side. Straight away, rallying that air. And on Kissm to come and try and help out here. He's got a second command center on the way. He's got 2 air bases up here. Just going to wall in front of the front there. Does get a good trade here. That's even though, I think. That's pretty good for Kissm though. Really take that momentum off of Hero. Let him get his fighters together. And buying Jort a lot of time to get his anti-air troopers out here as well. So he's got a lot of base to defend from air. Unfortunately these farms are quite down here. I prefer them probably to be about here. So he's just got the one area to defend rather than have to stretch out so far. Got Nova down there that he wants to take as well. You can see a bit of a multi-pronged attack being issued here. Fortunately, the wall there is going to stop most of John's forces. There's a few over here at the turret. He's built a turret down here. Prefer to have like 3 turrets or something like this, really, on the wing. Always going to war, usually, in T2. Build this turret, but usually have 2 carbon as well. Does have the walls that maybe makes him feel a bit more safer for it, though. Because I think if those forces could get in, that would be devastating. On the other side of things, Grenooli rallying his air pretty much straight to kick here. I'm worried about some sort of aggression from Raphiel, who's on the way. We make contact with those prefab shelters. As Grenooli moves out of the base, which is bad timing, he's going to have to ping it instantly. That's just typical, you know. Your pocket's there to save you, but and that's that moment. Oh, bad trade here for Raphiel. Going to lose all those fighters. That's going to definitely suck the momentum out of his gameplay. Gonna have to regroup here in Russianblunt's base, and Russian's gonna have to work overtime with these anti-air troopers. Try and stop Grenooli getting this damage on him here. But a little bit outmaneuvered because of the turrets to run into. Yeah, that actually killed any. I do remember that players experience a lot of lag in these games, unfortunately. Hopefully it gets fixed going forward. They only managed to play 2 games, so I've only got 2 games today from this show match. Because I believe Jort had a hard reason to stop playing, had to go and deal with something. Okay, so I'm going to clean up the fighters here. Here's just rallying to this point. John being very aggressive, making all these troopers. 2 mech fact. This big ask on 1 command center here. So much on Nova as well. I'm not too sure about the division of labour on here. They struggle with 4 nerfs to support both those mech factories and simultaneously build up your economy. And the fighter's getting some good damage here, nothing really to push them away. Because I'm just having to keep rallying air. It kind of sucks because he has to rally over here, but it's very open from the point that they attack. He's actually kind of far away as well, the way that they spawned. A couple of strike mechs out here. Definitely going all out on this. Just to replace some of his farms right now. Trying to kill off Jort here. Jort is still in T2. It's this kind of time he's going to need those turrets, and yeah, he's just getting 2 more. It'd be too difficult to try and defend this with just like trooper attack. We need the turrets to sort of fall back on, like your sort of steady foundation. You can garrison the troopers, get extra beams. I do need Kissm to get some. The problem with Kissm, you see, like, he's got to fly past these units, and he's always coming in like 2 fighters at a time. And it just really sucks. And on the other side of things. Seems to be Grenooli trying to get damage in here. A lot of anti-air troopers though. I don't really want to lose this turret. They're really struggling to get out of T2 here. It is T3 actually, so you can get Mech Destroyer, it's on the way. That will somewhat rescue him here. A lot of strike mechs though, and they've got quite a few upgrades. So it could be hard for the extra. I need to maybe do some repairing of this boy. Or hide in the turrets. Kissm has some more fighters coming now. It's really nice the turret trimmed down those guys. Two mech destroyers out now. See, it doesn't feel too bad for Jort, because that's just the CC coming down now for John. There's a lot to invest in both of these. Kind of poor for food. Because we're getting a lot of war center upgrades as well, but not really building up the food economy. Kind of just seems like Raphiel and Russianblunt being very defensive, really. And just try to deal with Grenooli. Grenooli's just had a little bit more momentum after killing some of Raph's fighters here. He's got a lot of fighters out. So it's kind of just proactive play from him, reactive from Raphiel. Strike's trying to get a bit of damage here, but it's kind of falling apart. And John's just has to pay attention to his economy now, really. Catch up. So it should be a bit of a break for Jort and Kissm on the side, really. Can focus on their eco, their game plan. We've got a lot of fighters out, just hanging around here. And Grenooli getting in here, just behind Raphiel's forces and just trying to kill some workers. Running away, delaying the trade there. Pretty good micro. Maybe he just wants to take this trade now, but he's come in. Unfortunately, half the forces ran away there, left them. Still pretty evenish. But it sucks having the Nova raided like that. And here we're trying to do the same sort of thing on the other side of the map, but Kissm pretty quick to respond there. And Jort definitely going to get an anti-air turret there. They maybe invested a little bit too much in anti-mech here. Got double mech destroyers here from Kissm. Kissm was feeling a bit pressured to really help Jort there. Jort was having a bad time. I think Kissm would have been much better to just... He's already had a mech. I don't know if he realised he had one. Maybe a mistake there, making a second one. But you'd much rather that carbon was just in like research center now, farms, you know, getting himself up to tech level 4. Since he's Naboo, and that's really where their strengths lie, in that T4 Jedi access, Royal Crusaders, cannons, ACs, heavy strike mech. And we've got a bit of a migration of workers here. Maybe planning to build a fortress. Or command center. And there's a fortress foundation. They're going to try and force this with the air and the anti-air troopers. It's going to be a lot to deal with here. It really is quite close though. We have anti-air troopers short kick. We've got heavy from Blunt here. They're actually still sitting in the base at the moment. Gonna want them right here right now because they could be trading away. The strike mag really nice as well, can shoot at the anti-air troopers. And it's kind of like see if you can wipe the air out from either player here, and then kind of enjoy the dominance of that. But anti-air turret are going to help out here as well. There is actually a few strike mechs that can actually shoot the workers here and stop the fortress going up. Should definitely tasking here. He's lost quite a few. And kicks just keep microing. If you just keep clicking them, the rate of fire, they should pretty much stop them from ever building it. And pretty good hold there for kick. And Grenooli on the other side of things. Some strikes trying to raid into John here. Probably best to just have like 1 or 2 bombers, I think. And his mech destroyers at home. Build fortress here for Jort. I don't really like it. I think Kissm needs to just play a little bit more selfishly here in the pocket. Focus on himself, getting up to C4. That fortress would really help out, just protecting his Nova, protecting his own base. If he even needs to have one. It's a lot of ore to have been mining. Honestly, the ore might be better used in like getting advanced turret in T4. So you can, you know, for sure move out with all his air and just focus on raiding the enemy. Not cancelling this fortress yet. A lot of strike mechs have actually gotten in here from Kick. And we got some mechs in here as well. If there's a hole in this wall, or they got through before there was the full wall. And there's a lot of pressure from Kick here onto Raphiel. Again, this Nova getting hit. Definitely slowing things down, slowing down that tech level 4 play. I'm going to look at Hero in T4 at the moment, so we're about 38 minutes, so we're kind of overdue quite a bit, probably about 5 minutes or so. So advanced fighters from Hero here. And how's Kissm doing? He's on the way, he's just a little bit lagging behind. I think all these things he did to try and help Jort, though from a good place, have definitely, I think, just slowed down his gameplay. And this is going to be one of the consequences. And Hero pushing in here, he really needs to go for Kissm at the moment. Like, if you've got the tech advantage here, the first thing that you should do is go straight to your opponent's Nova and just kill the workers. He's trying to pressure the wing here, but I just think he should be killing the pocket. It's like disable the pocket, then you disable the pocket's ability to defend the wing. Then you can go to the wing. And Jort's already hurting as well. I don't know if this is because they're siblings and he's just got tunnel visioned on him and just he must harm his older brother. Who knows? Kick still, a lot of mech destroyers. I'll have to push these away now. And Russianblunt's got quite a lot invested, like in that fortress and units and stuff, but his economy has really been suffering. He's not really put too much into it. A little bit too tunneled on trying to get some damage there on Kick. And that's Kissm, should be T4 now, yeah. But get interceptors, get his upgrades and stuff, and Hero's kind of giving him a bit of a wide berth to do that. Okay, coming in here and tapping some of the workers of Russianblunt, which really hurts because he's only on 2 command center. Be much slower than other players to replace those. Right, coming in here, but it's been so long that he's got an advanced anti-air turret, and if you play the game you know that that's not quick research. Kissm should be feeling quite good for that. His economy just seems a little... hasn't really changed too much in like 10 minutes. Just situated around these 3 CCs. Feels like he's kind of missing that 4th and that 5th one, really. Kind of just, you play in stages. You get up to T4, you get your upgrades, and then you know you start rebuilding up more of your economy again while you're using the air units to harass and stuff. Because you want to transition into something a little bit more substantial for later. Something on the ground like Royal Crusaders, you know, more supporting units than Jedi, or going for that heavy strike, that mech destroyer core for Naboo. We've got some fighters here. Raph does make it to D4, but Grenooli's already got advanced turrets as well, as Hero makes it over and starts influencing this side of things. And we've got heavy strike mech pouring in here from John now. Should be making good use of this gate that he's had set up in this hole in the wall, so pretty much without recourse can just keep rallying his units through and get into the economies here. Not a huge amount of heavy strikes though, for like how many mech destroyers there are. They're kind of going to get pushed away quite easily. Just need to get some armor for the MDs and research tracking. Should be able to deal with smaller amounts. Grenooli got the same sort of thing. I kind of expected him to help these out a little bit quicker. There's actually like a massive gap here that you can just run through, but they're a little bit too tunneled and just sitting in this area. It is everyone's first game, like playing together and stuff, so. But I'd kind of like to see with how much they slowed down the game for Raphiel and his T4 air and stuff. Because you can see how behind it is, you know, in terms of heroes and how quickly he was up and doing the harassment and everything. I think there's a pretty good window for Grenooli to just get these heavy strike mechs just into the ecos. And kind of doing the same thing that John's doing right now. And that would have slowed things down further and then let them get these mech destroyers online and start pushing through. Because Russian, you know, like this is hitting the time where Russianblunt's going to really struggle to actually help on the ground here. Because his economy is just so much further behind everyone's. Like, he could only get so many, like a lot of these units were made so long ago. He can't replace them. And artillery goes well with the strike mechs here. And keep the mounties off of them. And TF to get the range, to get advanced artillery, or heavy artillery rather. It's a pretty good choice. This fortress is just so vulnerable to like cannon fire from like here. Nothing you can do about it. A lot of hollows in the map. I don't think we've ever really seen anyone grab up holocrons. Wonder if Raph got any. No. Okay, trying to wall out his turrets here. In case there's some Jedi coming his way. Hard for Grenooli to deal with these. Would kind of like to see him maybe get some interceptors just to cancel these out. See, I don't like heavy strike mechs being rallied to the the forward and just sitting at the forward. They need to be out raiding. I think he really missed a beat here. I think he could have done a lot of damage. They're just really not set up. Like, yeah. Honestly, potentially game winning if these are out raiding. Like for how long that they've been up, and he's had that tech and those upgrades. Jort trying to do his best here, but he's just quite behind in the economy. Like John's never really been raided by T4A or anything like that. He's just a pretty easy time here, really. They've always, him and Hero have always sort of had control of the game. So free to do what he will. Get this forward set up, get his heavy artillery upgrade. And he's even got Hero sitting here with the air. Needn't have even gone into heavy strikes, to be honest. Like Hero could have just defended. He could have went straight into artillery and started pushing. Like fighters plus artillery, pretty good combination. Not much they'll lose to. Quite a lot of forces here on the ground. You've got heroes starting to contribute some extras here, but not really got much upgrades. I think these guys really need to be like moving forward before any of this like gets together. Like they got cannon tech and everything. They got quite a lot of units, a lot of HP here. Kind of just sitting hitting prefabs. Like where this me, I move in. I sit about here, and I get the cannon pressure. You go for that power core, and you kind of like try to spawn kill things. Rather than let them like sit in a shield and stuff. Like when you have such an advantage, you can pretty much just move into melee mode almost. And the artillery is still chipping away here, trying to knock down that shield generator. And still got those heavy strike mechs coming in, fighters raiding, and it looks pretty grim here for Kissm and Jort. Some interceptors, which don't really seem to want to make the trade at the moment. Again, Kissm, he does have a new command center now. A bit more workers. Still got these strike mechs coming to raid him though. See, very easy breaking that position, but still not just advancing quick enough, I feel. Kicks D4 as well. They both need to just be each pumping out cannons. Cannons, turret crawling. Pumping out as much units as they can at this point. It's too late for the strike mechs to come raiding. See all these fighters to chase them away and fighting at turrets and stuff, and it's kind of a waste. Here I've got a lot of air running around, just raiding everywhere. while pumping out mech destroyers on this side as well. Really holding his team together. And one unit here just doesn't have the health upgrades yet for his mechs. I got the spaceport set up and stuff, but I have so much air running around. That air dominance, it's a real struggle. A bit random. You're pretty much just playing pure air here on this side. A few mech tries to help out here. Well, hopefully Russianblunt sorts his eco out. Because he cannot help at the moment. And 30 minutes in, I remember I have coffee. Classic. Oh, very hot coffee. You're getting in here and trying to find an angle, raid some of Grenooli's workers. Turrets are hitting him though. Attacker's a little bit of an issue. They need to be like a good core of... Like, they both get very good heavy anti-air mobiles. Just be pushing with those forward. A-mobiles, turrets, and just forcing trades. Like, these mechs aren't actually very strong. They get the health and stuff, but I don't think they get the armor. Or the attack. Maybe it's both. But they don't get full War Center upgrades, so they're nowhere on par with the Imperial Remnant and their extra damage, piercing attack, and obviously Empire mechs. And Jort still just continuing to march through here. Not really much resistance at the moment. Hard for them to rely on air cruisers and stuff, with there being so much air just behind their enemy lines there. Pretty much just hunting for anything from Kissm. You're kind of just preventing Kissm from helping. While Jort continues to just pump out mech destroyers, artillery, and advancing forward, and he can grab up all these resources from them. And we've got some ACs now in the field from Raphiel to try and help stall out, because this is their side to win. They just need to hold on this side. They don't need to push. This is definitely the stronger side for Grenooli's team. Again, they're just not quite advancing quick enough. It's giving them a lot of time to get all these mech destroyers out, get these ACs across. Raphiel get his economy in order, get his trade set up, start switching into building all these attackers. Attackers which are going to require a lot of anti-air. I kind of like to see these players like make interceptors as well as their units. You can see Kissm coming to help with some interceptors here, but I feel like they could be making some as well, because Raphiel's not actually got a lot of interceptors of his own or fighters of his own. He's kind of like attackers and air cruisers, quite vulnerable to those. And Grenooli is actually over on this side trying to hold things together. Just have those full upgrades now, but artillery are going to trade quite well into mech destroyers. And getting another angle here, sniping another AC, another 2 ACs. Not quite getting the last one though. Pretty good going. That's what this is kind of vulnerable to. You're trying to build one, you kind of need to like have 3 turrets or something to like guard your air cruisers. And then like a ball of air. Just to make it like such a horrible trade for anything that comes in to snipe them. Otherwise I think the interceptors are just too easy. They've got such good range as well, it just makes it so much easier to get into good position. And we've got Hero raiding the kick space here. It does have turrets, but not quite in range. And Jort continuing to march through here. Very vulnerable to mounties. I think you rely on the air too much, because the air is always out raiding and stuff. Like a good mountie group would wipe this. more AC shots here. See what I mean? Like, this is just so good on the ground. Like, if this just happened earlier, before like all these got out and stuff, and before the ACs are the real big issue. It's a rare sight to see anti-air troopers killing air cruisers. But yeah, the turrets are kind of slow, and you can be outranged by the attack ground. You just need the A-mobiles just constantly pressuring. Like, once you get like 8+5 range on those A-mobiles, it's really difficult to deal with. It's like the strongest mech combo, these guys. Some Crusaders out here for, you know, they'll do. But we're needing Mounties, and, you know, they're pretty good. Like super Mounties. They're there. It's got his Interceptors. They're quite good to wait to play Naboo this. You know, just play it, cancel hero out. So we don't see any of those heavy strike mechs right now. Unfortunately, just need a bit more of the units coming forward in this moment to just be taking pot shots at everything that's running away. Rather than shooting a shield generator. Ah! Why? Man, these ACs coming out too quick. Like, this is such a crazy, greedy Republic Air army. Like, if there's just interceptors. It's even on the bombers. There's a few more from Kissm. Kissm shouldn't be over here though, honestly. And Grenooli shouldn't really be over here, unfortunately. The other crazy thing that they could have just done is just walk around here and like open up the center. Get some more AC shots. Forces are whittling. Really not really replacing his mechs as much over here. Putting a lot of attention over here, but John's sort of gotten his army back together again, pushed the Crusaders away. The air pretty much all sitting here, kind of overdid it on strike mechs maybe, there's a lot there. And I don't really know if Jort and Kissm have really got much left in the tank there. See, the trade's still not really existent. There's a lot of like raiding and stuff that kind of prevented that getting set up. There's some of the A-mobiles. AC's coming in again. I think Hero definitely MVP from this game, really. Like coming and playing on this side. So this Russianblunt was just pretty dead, to be honest. Like without these forces on the ground, they definitely would have just been emboldened to move up, and I don't know if they could really have the time to get air cruisers out and stuff. All while pretty much controlling the game on the other side as well with his air. And those strike mechs out raiding now. Do they not tracking? It's very inaccurate. And it's pretty crazy, they're starting to move forward now. You're even building cannons on this side. That's pretty much two winning sides now. Should really be game, I think. Oh dear. Yeah, you can see they've got the armor, got the damage. Russianblunt T4. They're in trouble now. And some troopers coming in. Slowly working through those war center upgrades. Be nice to get some grenadiers, I think. And there should just be cannons tapping these turrets while they've got this this position. Really still throwing a lot of mechs on this side trying to hold things. Just getting pretty much spawn killed here. Jort trying to rebuild a bit, but they really just don't have anything. It's pure poverty on that side. If John just had some cannons as well, he'd probably just kill everything so quickly. Fighters there, the Crusaders come in, fighters will kill them off pretty quickly. Again, it's crazy to see like resistance mech destroyers just pushing into GE and Imperial Remnant. While they have shields as well. And we got the Masters now into the back of the economy, threatening the spaceports. They've not really got much trade going, but you know what little they have be taken away. He gets the turrets as well. This one's not walled. Not enough power to perform turning. And I think that's kind of just the cherry on top there. That's super tilting to have going on. And they're going to call GG there. And Team Raphiel, they're going to take game one. Move into the next one. Which is on mud flow. So you can see that around the base is sort of raised up, covered in mud that's been left over as the water rescinds, and you've got that kind of swamp in the centre, all those trees. There's a few nerfs, these Galva elephants, or rhinos, whatever they are. We've got a blurg. 2 blurgs, 3 blurgs, some berries, pretty good. Get through T1, get the economy going. Pretty Mounty-esque sort of map. However, the tree line in the centre, like there's probably paths, but it's kind of deceptive in how good rushing can feel on this map. Definitely viable on the wings, they're not too far from one another, and there's not too much interference on the sides of the map. But like pockets and stuff trying to do things, feels a little bit awkward. So we wouldn't really expect to see pockets mounting so much here. In terms of civs, where's Grenooli? So they pick Wookiees this time. Roundabout for Kissm. Jort's the Grey Imperial Remnant. Galactic Empire for Kick. Russianblunt good between Zan. Raphael playing Naboo this time. Hero playing Resistance in the green. And John Confederacy this time. So you can see they did have a series of bans to ban out some civs from the, like it's a shared ban pool. So you can see that they're kind of tailored towards the more fortressy unity ones, I think, here. Like we've got Double Naboo, Imperial Remnant, pretty good fortress unit. GE's just solid all around. Confederacy obviously has the best fortress unit here, really. Those Magna Guards. And the reason that that's relevant is just if you look at the mini-map, you can see how many ore piles there are. There's just, the map's full of ore. So it's really fun in that regard, where you can make use of turrets and fortresses, shield generators, just much more than you normally would in a normal game. So it does leave you pretty open to like playing around your fortress units a lot more, because you would have so much more production for it. And the fort's obviously a good unit, a good building rather, like normal having extra forts, super defensive, garrison workers and stuff in them. So pretty good way to play if you've got the fortress units to play around. But Magna Guard's definitely the most like plug and play one, I would say, for like T3. They're very tanky. Crusaders are so good as well though, like later on, T4. Dark Troopers are not too bad, like as a raiding thing. And the Shadow Troopers are pretty good from the Imperial Remnant. There are extra bits of Nova as well in the centre. See these little small Nova deposits next to the ore ones. There's usually some sort of shorefish. I believe you can get shipyards and make boats and fish in the centre if you want. There's a lot of these beasts as well though. Quite a lot of them. Dianogas. And we've got a troop centre here for John. We've got Grenooli on the wing this time. Jort pocket on this side with Kick. Kick's still on the wing. His own troop centre, Power Corps. Russianblunt has the troop centre, not really got the Power Corps. The other thing about this map is the tree clusters kind of suck. Like they are, you're kind of pushed going towards the centre, basically. They're not like, it's not like a huge amount of carbon around your base. So these mine out quite quickly, and then you got to make a new carbon processor somewhere else. And Mountie does arrive here straight on to Russianblunt's eco. He doesn't have that Power Core yet. Kick again. Same mistake as last time, taking the command center fire. I think honestly, he could go straight to pocket here, and it would feel horrible. It's actually, oh, he's doing it again! Really on this? Has he found a path? Oh, there is a little bit of a path. Sometimes it's just entirely closed. It wouldn't be too bad then if he got some Mounties sent his way. He could make his own Mounties to defend. I feel bad for Jort. Oh, Jort's found a nice little bit to wall in here. That's pretty lucky. Very rare you'd probably see that on this map. He's trying to wall his berries in a little bit as well, but it's going to feel pretty bad. Like, you're going to need to have a troop centre and Power Core, really. Like, with the amount that he's going to make. See, there's more and more rallying. It's either that or you go like T2 and turret crawl to your ore, get on ore, and then make more turrets. Like this map, it wouldn't feel bad to do that. But again, Raphiel going to go to the wing now. Put pressure on Kick. Kick does have some trooper recruits out now though. Second troop centre on the way. And troops are moving. As Mounties come here from Russianblunt, they're trying to like 2v1 him here, but he's got a lot of troopers. See, he's got his own Mountie here, doing a bit of damage. Just needs to not get outmaneuvered. They kind of went for the wrong one there. So this one was at like half health. He could have just killed it in like 2 volleys at the start of that fight. So a little bit of a mismicro there. I don't even think like a medic would be terrible here unless he's attacking. Yeah, he's attacking. I think a couple of medics would help here. Either that or you do some great kiting on like box formation. Just shoot, move, shoot, move. Just limit the surface area around your troopers. Since those are just DPS races, really. And this tree's going to expire. I've just been kind of patient here. You can probably see it because you can't click them and see. And it expires there, unfortunately. And all the Mounties are going to get in, and they're kind of trapped in their own prison there. Prison of their own making. And that's really going to make things terrible here for Jort. He has a T2, but he's quite carbon starved. He can't really get to his carbon at all. But we know what's happening on the other side. There's too much to follow over here. John and Grenooli trying to kill the power core. It's kind of even. A hero Mountie as well? I didn't notice that. Poor Kissm. It's just everyone's Mountie in here. Yeah, not the best wall, light wall. Just gonna get in there. It's heavy Mounties now. What is it? No. They have heavy Mounties though. Looks a bit different. My mistake. Their side profile looks a bit different. Could really send some trooper recruits out here. Got troopers for John though. Why should really move out of the map when he's in T1? His opponent's in T2. Oh, this isn't good. That Wookiee search range has just ruined them there. That line of sight search range. It made them, they could have, like any other civ, I'm pretty sure they walk past. But because they've got like this buff to their like line of sights and their like search range for units, they engaged and then the Confederacy troopers noticed them. That's rough. And some Mounties from John here as well. On to Jort, and it's pretty much suffering here. The Kick just running his workers away to go and make a secret carbon somewhere. It'd be pretty safe. I don't think anyone will really find them out here. Quite far away. It's almost easy to like forget these parts of the map exist. Of how center focused it feels. And we got Russian looking for some damage here with his troopers, trying to find the angles. Let's get that worker. John shutting down a lot of these farms after killing off those troopers. Nice bit of center carbon there. You're hitting T3 now. Is he the first? I think so. John trying to do a bit of multi-pronged aggression there. Pick Grenooli apart. Russian still trading in here, keeping Kick busy. These Mounties still trying to get some more workers in here and wall them in a bit. Ah, even got a beast in his base as well, this Arachne. Bad times. Still alive. Down it goes. And Jort has made it to C3, got that airbase down. But unfortunately for him. Raphiel is T3 as well, getting that double air base. And his economy going to be a lot better shaped. Here being T3 as well, got that fighter involved here. Kissm struggling to get things out, doesn't have an air base yet, he's got some strike mechs. Not really the way you want to play against Mounties, unfortunately. As someone who's endured this, come to the conclusion that, you know, going strike mechs is just, it's not as feasible as just going straight into air after being mounted in T2 like that, because it's the situation which is just bad. You can't really help the, you've just like slowed down your positioning so much you can't really help your wing. So usually if you play mech from pocket, you can at least go and like slow the other pocket down. You have to go and like attack them to stop this happening so quickly. But when you've been mounted like this, this pretty much just happens instantly and you need to respond with her. So, strike mech, not great. And now he's not really going to be able to defend himself, is he? Need a turret. I think that pretty much the team, or full Mounties from the team is definitely paid off in this one. It's given them so much control of the game. Create a lot of mistakes and openings for them to capitalise. I don't really think there's any way for Grenooli's team to bounce back out of this one. Kick's certainly doing a very good job keeping himself alive. Probably one of the healthier people on the team. Jort trying to get that air out. He's worried about going to help kick here, but he really doesn't have the numbers, and he's gone into the strike mechs as well, unfortunately. Grenooli hanging on here. Getting those anti-air troopers out. There's not too many though. John trying to capitalise here with these Mounties. Go for the power core, which is very low. Strikes from Kissm helping out here. Actually will save it, I think. Without repair. It's good timing. Did manage to get turret up. Raph looking for worker kills here. Quite a few anti-air troopers waiting for him though. One volley dead. Two, oh, three. What was that? It's kind of stupid to see the fighters win that, to be honest. Like, literally no micro. Win. Rate of fire sucks. Anti-air trooper should have won that every day after sniping 3 like that. Okay, struggling here, but the fighters count's been knocked down quite a bit. It's definitely going to make things so much easier for Jort at the moment. But on the other side, Kira still has a lot of fighters. Kissm, unfortunately, only like 1 air base. At this point, they're just playing not to entirely die. John really pumping out the units here. He's still on T2. Triple troop center, really going for it. Not sure it's the best thing to do here. I'm kind of getting away with it, I think, just because of how poorly Kissem's dealt with being mounted. Be better to just get himself up to T3. Get like a big trooper ball, get heavy troopers. That would be really nice for the air support. I think this is all like, because this kind of stuff should probably just get killed by air, really. There's a nice ball of heavy troopers and anti-air troopers later on. It's like kill pressure. Jort chasing this mech destroyer right now. Kill off some troopers. Kissm, hero taking a trade here. Evenish though, Grenooli still not quite dead here. John's still trying to send more troopers. What's this guy up to? Sentry posts. Why are they actually making turrets? So late for turrets. This base is just all over the place, isn't it? It's like an X. You're running around to try and get some damage. We've got the bomber chasing him. These guys are all so low. They don't really have any upgrades, no armor or anything. Limited to how much damage they can do. What is going on here? Triple food processor farming. That's a very strong T2 eco. It's T3 now. That'd be pretty cool if you built a fortress, so you can garrison them later if things were bad. Check out no war center. A lot of strike mechs for no war center. A lot. Feels like a bit too much investment. I don't really know if Grenooli's team's got like a win condition here, because I got two pockets, you know, on the other side of things that are just quite, you know, advanced. You can see the Russianblunt with a T4 as his hero. Like that, there's not really any way to stop it. They've had no potential to really. Like, Jort's trying here, but like, no, it's too late. I think my assessment would be is any time that you get mounted, you just need to go straight into double airbase, like in pocket. I don't really like strike mech raiding on this map either, because like if people really wanted to, they could just play around like medium turrets, because you've infinite war, so. And that completely shuts it down. And I feel like them hitting T4 is probably a GG trigger. More Arachne action. No, they do it just before they're gonna call it. They really don't have much to play for in this game. That's a big run. They are hitting T4 as well, but yeah, that's all I've got, unfortunately, since they've only played the 2 games. But I'm sure they're gonna play more games when they can, and I'll pick up the recorded games. And hope everyone's enjoyed that. If you have, please consider liking the video, subscribe to the channel if you want more. In the description you'll find the server invites for our GBG Discord where we get on organised games. You'll find a link to vublade.com. You'll find the server invite for Expanding Fronts, which is the mod that we're playing on here. It's where you get these extra civs from and stuff. Just adds a lot to the game. And yeah, if you want to support the channel another way, there's a PayPal link down below. And see you guys next time in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.